What's up, guys? Just got a new blade. This thing right here. It's Benchmade Mpr. Little fat, chubby boy, if I do say so myself. Just picked it up at my local gun store. Sometimes those gun guys don't know what they have on their counters. This thing has been discontinued for years. I think 2010, 2011. It's a fat boy. I mean, it's really fat. Really, really fat. Whenever I hold up another knife next to it, I'm just like, what the heck? It's a little chunky tank, huh? Which I think is cool. You know, it's different. Just an overbuilt, whatever. It's a little tank. It kind of reminds me of like a Hummer or something. But just a cool looking piece. Sweet green G10. M390 is the blade steel. This is a first production one, and from what I've researched, the first production runs have a grippier G10. They got the second runs and third runs got a stronger detent, but mine, it's not that bad. You know, I can still flick it open, and it doesn't deploy out of the pocket too easy, unless you really give it a good shake. So it's not too bad. Not going to complain about the detent, even though I do like a strong detent. So, but we'll let this one slide. It's going to need a new edge. I'll get the microscope in a second. We'll show you that. The lockup, really nice and solid. I was adjusting it because this stop pin can actually be adjusted. Let's bring the light over here a little closer. Yeah, the stop pin can actually be adjusted and moved to fit the lockup however you want. And right now I got it to where it's actually coming over a bit more than it was because it was sticking really hard if you had less lockup. So it's got more engagement, less lock stick. Shouldn't be an issue. Hopefully it doesn't slip out, because sometimes when locks push over on the blade tang, you know, most lock engagement surfaces on the blade tang is kind of, you know, starts flat and then it starts to go like that, you know, like that, because it's trying to stop the lock bar from going over all the way. And that can sometimes make it slip, though, if, you know, you come across a lot of pressure on the back of the spine, because if it's too far over, because then it just shoots it out, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm bad at explaining that type of stuff, but hopefully, I don't think it's going to have an issue too bad. Plus, this is, I don't think I'm ever going to actually hard use this, but, you know, with your knives, you're not really ever going to have that much force going that way, but I do worry about stabbing into stuff. You know, that's going to put pressure coming down on the knife, and it could bring it down, like that downward pressure onto the blade, so... you know, and we have locks on our knives for a reason. Like, there's a guy on Facebook who's arguing, you know, we don't even need locks on our knives because you're never ever gonna have that downward pressure. I mean, hello? You know, a stronger lock is better than no lock, I'll say that much. It's number 246 out of 1,000, first production run. So, it's a Cybert design. This is his mini pocket rocket. That's what NPR stands for, if I haven't said so already. Just some really cool little features, like, it is a frame lock, but it's kind of like one of those mono frame locks where you see how it's got G10 right here, and the frame lock is built into the G10. It's a cool piece. This one has the first generation 3D machine pocket clip. The newer one, well, the one that came out like 2010. The second generations had just a regular old stainless steel pocket clip, which I think looks kind of lame. So happy to have that. It's kind of built. I was looking at this proxy, the Benchmade proxy. You see how the G10? This is all one piece of G10. And you got the titanium, and then more G10. And the proxy is one piece of G10, so it's kind of, they're both Strider-esque, which is cool. I like it. Oh, also, after the first production run, yeah, so they did a stronger detent, less aggressive G10, and they added more aggressive jimping up here at the top. And that's about it from what I know. But the jimping up here, I love it right now. I don't want it more aggressive. I like it like that. Perfect. Great traction, not too sharp. The frame lock has a nice milled surface for your thumb to just be able to disengage that lock. I love that. I hate it when, you know, on some frame locks or even liner locks, it's sharp. Make it nice and contoured for your thumb to get in there. Love it. Not much to say besides, well, let's take a look at that edge real quick because I'm going to sharpen it and then finish this video and you guys will see how the edge looks. So out of box, let's see without the magnifying glass. Out of box, you see how it's very steep and short. It's a very short edge. Benchmade likes to do that once in a while. Well, the majority of the time. So we're looking. Let's see where we're looking right there. See that? That edge is jacked right there. Something happened. It's all wiry and it's not sharp right there. So it nicked something. Right there, it's not sharp at all. The rest of the knife is pretty sharp. But right there in the middle, I can push my thumb into it really hard and it doesn't cut me. So something's jacked up right there. We're gonna sharpen it on the Edge Pro and get back and finish the rest of this video. So one sec. Oh boy, just sharpened it on the Edge Pro Apex and man, took it to like 3,000 grit. Totally sick. Let's take a look at what we did. We got that edge nice and uniform. Right there was the denting or whatever was going on. Nice and polished all the way down to the apex of the edge. Nothing weird going on. I think I took it to like 17 degrees per side, so I'm going to show some pictures to show off just how cool mirror edges are right now. You can see. Yeah, it is actually sharp, I think. I'd say that's pretty sharp. So, that Edge Pro, man. So what I did is I took it down to about 3,000 grit, 17 degrees per side, I think, or something like that. I actually lost my like on the Edge Pro, you have to set it to an exact angle, and it actually loosened itself up, and I had to reset it midway through and I just estimated. But it still came out really nice. Super sharp, as you can see. And much better than it was. So, I love a good mirror polish. That's just me personally. I don't know if you guys do, but it makes the knife just so much cooler to me. So that, yeah, the knife though. What do I think, man? I really dig this MPR. As long as that lock doesn't stick. I know I got a little lube on the pivot, so it may, or on the blade tang, so it may be, I keep trying to clean it off, but it keeps getting a little bit on the lock bar surface area, so it may stick a little bit because of that. It may just be because this knife is prone to lock stick. Either way, it's a keeper. I just think it's a sweet little badass beefy boy of a blade. Very smooth. I really like how Benchmade's frame locks have a really light tension on them. As long as they don't lock stick or have a super weak detent, I love them. The problem is with this one, yeah, it has a little bit of weaker detent, and it may have some lock stick going on, but I still love this knife. I just dig it, so I just gotta deal with it. You know, it kind of reminds me of if the Spyderco Techno and the Rick Hendrer half track had a baby. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Whatever the case, sweet blade. Just had to show it off and get that edge up to snuff, so I'm happy to have it in the collection. Just a killer piece. I was gonna buy one that was actually a heavy user that had the pocket clip set for tip up, but I just went with this one that was new. You know, I just didn't want one that was too used. But I may have to do that mod eventually, which, if you don't understand what I'm saying, put the pocket clip facing that way instead of this way. And so, you know, when you carry it in your pocket, you're like that. But it's not a problem. It looks good, you know, being on the titanium side with the titanium clip coming down, and then it hits the G10. And the clip doesn't actually sit flat. See how it's kind of sitting up just a little bit? I was thinking, what the hell is that about? But now that I try putting it in my pocket, if it did sit flat against that G10, and by the way, that's not a trait of just this knife. If you look up other videos, they just don't sit flat. But you're not going to get your jean pocket under it. It's this G10 is really aggressive. So they just had to let it just up just a little bit so you can slide your jean or just pant pocket in there, whatever. And then once it's in there, you know, it's not going to come out. It's nice and secure. Man, M390 is a cool steel. It wasn't too hard to sharpen, really. And from what I understand, it holds an edge really well. And from what I've used on M390, I've used a few knives M390. It's good stuff. Really corrosion resistant and everything. Corrosion resistant. Still can't get it to center just perfect, but I don't really care. I think it weighs about 5 ounces. Let's see. Because I know it doesn't have any milled liners or anything. I mean, it's just a big slab of G10 and a big slab of titanium. Do I buy that? Is that accurate? 4.51. Okay. So not quite 5 ounces, but close. Very close. Hopefully my scale isn't just a whack. I'll look up the specs online and double check. But anyways, thanks for watching. Just a cool piece by Benchmade. And they're discontinued now, so if you see one of these at a local store or online and it's a good deal, I'd say anywhere from I mean, this would be super cheap, but like 170 to like 240, like in that range, buy it all day long. On eBay, there's quite a few going for 300. And you know, if I didn't have this one, it's a little pricey on eBay. You can probably throw an offer at them. I think they accept offers on some of those eBay sellers. You know, if you could get one around 250 or below, they're a worthy knife. If you like the way it looks and you like a really beefy, just overbuilt knife. I dig it though. It's cool. Talk to you guys later.